Welcome to week 3 of the Delight Shift. So last week we talked about the shift going up Mount Worthy, and we talked about it was hard, it's just not fun. So I want to ask you guys, because we're still in the shift, we're still in the 3rd week, we're climbing up that mountain, and this is the point where it gets really hard, you get really tired. So how's it going for you? Me personally, I am feeling really tired. I have that mental fog going on because I feel like August hit and I've just been running and all these extra events and all these things are taking place, and I'm just tired. I am really tired, and that really, it started to show up really yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday. I went to do my normal workout that I do. I lift 5 days a week, and it was a heavy upper body week, and I couldn't do it. I dropped to 2 pounds, and I was just yeah, it's time for a deload week. So basically what a deload week is, if you guys don't know, it happens every 4 to 8 weeks in fitness. You're supposed to take a deload week just to relax your muscles, so if you're feeling achy, your joints are achy, your muscles are sore, you just can't lift as heavy, you're not getting enough sleep. There's a lot of factors that could be going on. Maybe that's time that your body's you need to take a deload week. Well, that's what I'm doing this week, and you can still be active on your deload week if you need to. I'm doing a lot of Pilates. That's what I'm going to be doing, and a lot of mobility and rest and recovery workouts. But that's a deload week. But I was just I need one because I am tired. So I want to know how you guys are doing on your shift. Are you tired? And also, I want to tell you guys too, one thing that the Lord kept telling me over the summer, he was praise brings breakthrough. So in my workouts, I've been carrying praise to my workouts. I usually don't work out with music or anything. I know I'm kind of one of those weird people, but I just started I started it, and I was just okay, so I've been turning up the praise and worship music, and then just praising Jesus. And sometimes I don't make it through sets because I'm praising so hard, and I even noticed that this week too, I was tired, but I was just I can praise Jesus in a different way. Even if I'm just quiet and I'm just sitting here, I can still praise Jesus. I don't have to run around and do jumping jacks and throw up glitter just to praise Jesus. So I kind of felt Hannah a little bit on this shift, and that's where I want to take us today. So her situation is completely different, but I think it might help you. It might encourage you on your shift as you're going through your shift, and it's getting hard and messy right now. So go to 1 Samuel 1, and I'm going to start at verse 9. So basically, before we go on, Hannah, she really wants a baby. She wants a baby really bad. She can't have a baby. She's married to her husband, and her husband has another wife named it starts with a P. I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm not even gonna say it, but it's in here. It is Peninnah. I don't know how to say that. But basically, we're gonna call her P. P just is taunting Hannah, just being you know what? I can have a kid and you can't. Look at me popping out all these kids and you have nothing, So, I mean, just think about that. What would that do? That would hurt your heart, right? I'm sure maybe you guys have been in those situations before. It might not be a baby, it might be something else, but it hurts your heart. So maybe your heart is you're feeling this on your shift right now. Maybe your heart's going through the trial on the shift, God's reshaping it, recreating it. I don't know. But let's dive into 1 Samuel 1. Let's start at verse 9. It says, once after a sacrificial meal at Shiloh, Hannah got up and went to pray. Eli the priest was sitting at his customary place beside the entrance of the tabernacle. Hannah was in deep anguish, crying bitterly as she prayed to the Lord, and she made a vow. O Lord of the heavens' armies, if you look upon my sorrow and answer my prayer and give a son, then I will give him back to you. He will be yours for his entire lifetime. And as a sign that he has been dedicated to the Lord, his hair will never be cut. So Hannah, she's crying in deep anguish. She's just like, I want you to think about this, because I think about her heart and how she is crying in deep anguish. And we've been talking about the delight shift. When you delight yourself in the Lord, and God will give you the desires of your heart. Well, I believe she's delighting herself in the Lord right now. And I believe that a baby, why it's highlighted to her, why she wants it so much, is because the Lord gave her that desire. So that's why she's praying so intensely. That's why she's like, God, she's probably like, God, I know you promised me a son. Why isn't this happening? Or just a baby in general. Why isn't this happening? She's crying because she has that desire, because God gave her that desire. And then we go on to verse 12, and it says, as she was praying to the Lord, Eli watched her, seeing her lips moving, but hearing no sound. He thought she had been drinking. Okay, so right here it says, see her lips moving, but hearing no sound. So maybe you're on your shift right now, kind of like me, as I was before. I was shouting and praising and just being hallelujah, stopping my workouts, throwing the glitter up. And then I just got to a point where it's just I'm tired, but you know what? I can still be with you, God. I can still be on the shift with you. Maybe my lips are moving just a little bit, but I'm quiet, and that's okay. That's still you delighting in the Lord, because sometimes we get like that. We get weary, because you start off the shift and the surrender with just so much hope, we were at the coffee shop, just hanging out, encouraging each other. And then we went straight to the base of Mount Worthy. And you know what? We were so excited. We were just yes, we got this. And then we're on the shift right now. And it's just okay, I'm tired, but you know what? I can do this, God. You still place that desire in my heart, and I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna move forward. We got this. Okay, and then it says, then he said, throw away your wine. He thought that she was drinking. She was drunk. But no, it was just her heart exploding everywhere. And then she said, oh no, sir, she replied, I haven't been drinking wine or anything stronger, but I'm very discouraged, and I was pouring out my heart to the Lord. Don't think that I am a wicked woman, for I have been praying out of great anguish and sorrow. So, is that you guys right now? Because I feel that's me. Where he's just throw away your wine, because I am so I have all that mental fog going on. You guys ever been there and you're just physically tired, but your heart is still pouring out, it's still gushing everywhere? I feel that on the shift. How are you guys like that on the shift? But now I want to lead you guys to my other favorite verse, and it is Galatians 6:9, because maybe we're feeling like Hannah. We're in that place, that God has gave us that desire already, and he's put it so strongly on our heart that we are just praying and we're weeping about it. And maybe we were just so excited about it when he gave us that desire. We're just yes, we got this, woohoo. And then now it's just I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. Is it going to? And you know what? It will. It'll happen, but it's going to be in his timing. It's not going to be in your timing. We think that our timing is great, but it's really not. So we need to trust God. But let's go to Galatians 6:9. And it says, am I recording? Yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because it died on me a while ago. But anyways, we are recording. It says, Galatians 6:9. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. I love this verse. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. Now, you might be physically tired, you might be mentally tired, but let's not forget our purpose. Our purpose is Jesus. Like, I know that you want the baby, you want the marriage, I don't know, you want the new car, you want the new job, I don't know, whatever it is, but let's not forget the purpose is Jesus. Let's keep doing good for him. Let's just keep showing up with our Bible every single day in that mental fog when we're tired, even when we're physically tired, and just keep coming to him, feasting our eyes on him and doing what is good, still being obedient to the little things that he's called us to do, even though we can't see that desire that he's promised us, like right now in the physical. Just keep coming up, just keep coming, like keep being obedient to those little things he's calling you to do. And at just the right time, his timing, not your timing, his timing, not your timing, we will reap a harvest of blessing. So it says you will reap that harvest of blessing. But then it says, if we don't give up. So don't give up. Keep going up the shift. Yes, it's okay if you just pull over to the side and you just have to rest. Maybe you have to have that Delo week or whatever it is. But yes, it's okay to rest, but don't give up. And you know what? You go back to 1 Samuel and Hannah, she did not give up. And you know what? In due time and in the right time, she had a baby. So guys, there's that blessing right there, but we can't give up. So I want to ask you again, how is your shift going? If it's hard, it's supposed to be that way. It is okay. And maybe God is giving you these really cool desires, like putting them in your heart, and you're just getting so giddy and so excited about it. You're just like, I cannot wait for this to happen. And you know what? Keep that giddiness, like keep that stirring inside of you, because you know what? It will happen, but you have to keep obeying, like keep doing those little bitty shifts that he is telling you to do, and keep being faithful. Keep showing up, you already planted that seed, so just keep watering and watering and watering, even when you're tired, even when you're just like Hannah, like you prayed so much, you're just like, your lips are moving, but you're just quiet. It's okay. You know what? When you're quiet, it's okay, because you're still watering, because you're still showing up. Your heart is still connected to God. So don't give up. You will reap that harvest. You will eventually get those desires of your heart, because those are God's desires in his time, not your time. So keep shifting, because next week we go to the top of Mount Worthy and we're gonna have a celebration. But you guys enjoy the shift and need to rest, and I will see you guys next week.